everyone, of course it is me, Scott. That's right, that guy that attempts to upload a video now and then, or now and then. I don't know, I butchered that. Hi there, it's me, Scott. That's right, that guy that you occasionally stumble across here on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to share with you with some stuff that I was going to share during one of my Zoom videos. I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it now. In fact, you guys are more welcome to remind me in the comments section that I probably am completely wrong about this. So that being said, let's get right into this amazing video. You know, it seems to be that there's this one injury everyone in Halloween survives, except for Michael Myers himself. Yeah, Blumhouse's Halloween's trilogy features a huge body count, but there's one oddly specific injury in all the movies that provided a survivability, except for, well... Anyways, Blumhouse's timeline features one specific injury that only provided a fatality to Michael Myers himself. Pussy. 1978's Halloween is the film that launched a, well, million slasher, imitators. The various sequels shun the relativity of bloodiest natures of John Carpenter's original in favor of keeping up with his rival. The franchise is like, well, Friday the 13th. Yeah, thus the supernatural boogeyman Michael Myers, took to dispatching victims in a variety of creative ways, including, drowning a nurse in that boiling water. Guys, you know what I'm talking about. Halloween 2 in 1981. And of course, there was stuff like farming implements. I guess that's a safe word to use. Yeah, because you have to watch what you say, what words. Although I screw that up all the time here on YouTube. Anyways, arguably the most brutal, irritation of Michael's was seen to be in Blumhouse's Halloween Legacy sequels. Yes, of course, in 2021, Halloween Kills contains... I don't even think I'm allowed to say Halloween. You know what? I'll just go with it. It contains the largest body count. I should just call it HK. Yeah, I should just call it HK because that way I won't get in trouble. And all of you fans out there know what I'm talking about. See, YouTube, they're just so strict. They're so strict. We're not allowed to have freedom of... Anyways, it contained the large body, count, the entire series, where the shape, he massacred his way through Haddonfield as the town, rallied to stop him. Oh yeah, they came out there with their iron boards. No, they came out with just one iron. They should have came out there with two irons and an iron board, because that would have definitely stopped him right then and there. Why didn't they do that? Come on, Blumhouse, you totally f***ed that up. Oh, in 2022. Halloween Ends is the rare slasher sequel that actually offered closure on a given storyline, and it's doubtful that the next film will follow on from its events. Yeah, I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, what is Michael going to come back as dog food? I mean, that's the only thing that would make sense to me at this point. I mean, how they did make Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. Something that's interesting to note in both the original Halloween and David Gordon Green's sequel series is one specific injury that inflicted on multiple characters rarely, provides fatality. Rarely, that is. Now I can think of 4 Halloween movies that have characters that are stabbed in the neck that survived. Now, granted, the first signs of survival here was technically Michael, where us viewers for the first time, where Michael was somewhat immortal, when Lori came to when she stabs him in the neck with the needle point. That's where we thought, he's good to go now. There's no way he's going to survive this. And then, obviously, 6 shots, and then the next movie, 7 shots later. Well, you know what I mean. He obviously survived that neck wound. And of course, obviously, in 2018, Halloween 2018, that's where it kicks off, where it appears that it was just basically an unintentional weck? Did I say what? It was an unintentionally weck nude. Oh, dear Lord. I wish I would learn how to speak. Sorry, guys. It was a neck wound. Okay. Now, Officer Hawkins is not only stabbed in the neck by Michael's evil Dr. Sartan, then, of course, he runs him over like some nasty old roadkill. Now I was a little pissed off. I mean, that little doctor irritated, I think, practically every Halloween fan, but he had to kill off one of the coolest guys. I mean, he was great in Armageddon, right? And of course other films too, but man, I wasn't happy about that kill at all. But however, Halloween Kills showed that Hawkins, actually survived the attacks, which of course I was, pretty happy about that. I think a lot of us were. He's just a cool guy, Well, Well, Halloween, Kills, it continues the tradition where the character, Sandra Dickerson is attacked in her home alongside with her husband. Those two, along with Big John and Little John, were probably my two favorites in that film. Of course, Michael, he takes care of business in that. Well, in this sequels, this was definitely one of the darkest scenes when Michael breaks the light fixture and stabs her, through the neck with it. And of course, she was forced to watch Michael as he's impaling her husband with multiple knives. I mean, this was probably definitely, I want to say, throughout history of the Halloween films. Now, I shouldn't say this. I shouldn't say take away Rob Zombie's, because there was some pretty twisted stuff in those, especially the, I guess the director's cut, but just how it was shot and directed and how, I'm just going to give James Dew Courtney credit here, his body language with it. It just seemed so twisted. And I guess the way it was shot so well, and I never really thought about it until now. It's like you're put in her shoes, okay? You're sitting there, you are just basically paralyzed, and you happen to watch this, and you can't do anything. And you're watching probably, without a doubt, the most disturbing thing you would ever see in your life. Not just because it's your husband, but it's just how, it's just, wow. I'm getting chills just thinking about that scene again. Anyways, back to my point. Halloween ends, of course, in which this is now where Michael gets his ass kicked. This is revealed where Sandra, well, she survives, but she can no longer speak. Which, I thought that was pretty cool. But damn, another victim who just basically, well, anyways. Finally, Halloween ends. It's, we saw the copycat, Corey Opie Cunningham, attempt to die by suicide when he stabs himself in the neck. Now, impeccably, he manages somehow to survive, only for Michael himself to kill him off sooner or later. Now, as far as I'm concerned, what would have made this film go so much better is if Michael would have took care of business earlier when Opie just interrupted his crib, this dried up sewage area. I mean, whoa, I'm sorry, I just hate that film. Halloween Ends finally killed Michael Myers. Yep, with a basic neck wound. Yeah, maybe the neck injury was modified, or it was just simply planned after. Of course it was modified. What am I thinking? But I think it was just simply planned after all, as Halloween End closes with Laurie finally killing Michael with just a simple slice of the neck and the rest what looked to be a dull kitchen knife. Yeah, this confirms that despite his superhuman, abilities, Michael was still a human being after all. Now, of course, the town had to get together really quick because they realized the movie was almost over with. So what do? They just toss his body into this industrial shredder, just to be certain. Whether by design or accident, Blumhouse's Halloween movie sequels had a curious obsession with characters surviving traumatic neck injuries. Now, given the harsh kill count by the Legacy saga, at least Green was nice enough to let some characters live, through Michael's various misadventures on Halloween night. I think about through movie history with these neck wounds that his victims had to survive with. As well as I do. They even in Star Trek, well, there's no doubt, they just would have been back to the, if they would have had injuries like that in Back to the Future, there would have been no Back to the Future 3. But somehow they all survive, and Michael with a dull kitchen knife, it was like a Hallmark, moment, or a Lifetime movie moment where, yeah. You know what? I just thought of someone else right now. This totally screws up my video. Oh, dear Lord. Halloween 5. Oh, I'm just going to say it. Halloween 5. Who gets it right there? Right there. Basically, it's in the shoulder and the neck. So maybe I didn't script this video. And it was Rachel. And I always thought she was super hot. So, you know what? She was another person that survived. And she went on and lived a super life somewhere around here in Ohio. And yeah, that's the story I'm sticking to. So that being said, folks, if you have not yet subscribed to this amazing channel, yeah, it is. Why don't you help this lonely fart out by hitting that subscribe button? And of course, liking these videos more often will, well, I feel like I'm getting some attention, and well, YouTube may notice that as well. And of course, if you tickle that notification bell. It may notify you the next time I attempt
to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name.
Well, I am going to go ahead and shut up. That way you guys can get on, if you're still watching, of course, and get on to some other more entertaining, creators out there that make much better Halloween videos or horror videos than what I do. Yep, that's a sign. I need to shut the hell up. So everyone have a wonderful day, a safe evening, and a beautiful night. Be careful, if you know what I mean. Oh, you'll survive. Don't worry. It's the other guy that doesn't.